pueblo unido jamás será vencido. Ain't no power like the power of the people, cause the power of the people don't stop.
Ain't no power like the power of the people, cause the power of the people don't stop. Ain't no power like the power of the people, cause the power of the people don't stop.
I'm going to read a poem that I regard as objectively the best poem that I have written in a generation. It's called Home, and it was written for the National Union of the Homeless in 1987. Winter has come, in doorways, in alleys, at the top of church steps, under cardboard, under rag blankets, or if lucky, in plastic sacks, after another day of humiliation, sleeping, freezing, isolated, divided, penniless, jobless, wheezing, dirty skin wrapped around cold bones. That's us. That's us in the USA. Hard concrete, cold pillow, where fire, where drink, damn stiffs in a drawer soon if, and who cares? Shudders so familiar to us, shivers so intimate, our hands finally closed in clench after another day panhandling, tongues hanging out. Dogs ate more today, are curled at the feet of beds, can belch, fart, have hospitals they can be taken to. They'll come out of houses and sniff us dead one day. Pieces of shit lying scattered here in an American city renowned for its food and culture. The concrete is our sweat hardened. The bridge, our vampirized blood. The downtown Tenderloin and Broadway lights, our corpuscles transformed into ads. Our pulse beat, the sound tang, tang, and dang of coins piling up on counters in phone booths, bot machines, dang, tang, and dang in parking meters, pinball contraptions, public lavatories, toll booths, our skin converted into dollar bills, plastic cards, banknotes, lampshades for executive offices, newspapers, toilet paper, our heart, the bloody organ, the state gobbles like a geek in a sideshow that's become a national circus of the damned. Oh, murderous system of munitions and inhuman rights that has plundered our pockets and dignity. Oh, enterprise of crime that calls us criminals. Terrorism that cries we are fearful. Greed that evicts us from the places we ourselves have built. Miserable warmongery that sentences us to misery and public exposure as public nuisances to keep a filthy republic clean. This time, we shall not be disappeared in a city ghetto, barrio, or morgue. This time our numbers are growing into battalions of united cries. We want the empty offices collecting dust. We want the movie houses from midnight till dawn. We want the churches open 24 gods a day. We built them. They're ours. We want them. No more doorways, garbage pail alleys. No more automobile graveyards, underground sewer slums. We want public housing. No more rat pit tubing, burnt out rubble caves. No more rain-soaked dirt in the mouth. Empty dumpster nightmares of avalanches of trash and broken bricks, screams of women hallucinating at muty entrance gates. No more kids with death-rattling teeth under discarded top. We want public housing. We, the veterans of your insane wars, workers battered into jobless oblivion, the factory young fingers crushed into handout on Chump Change Street, the factory old, spat out phlegm from the thick corporate chest of profits, instead of raped respect, jobs with enough to live on, instead of exile and eviction in this, our home, our land, homeland once and for all for one and all, and not just its one-legged cry on a crutch on a rainy sidewalk.
My name is Veronica Dolman, and I'm a member of Los Angeles Community Action Network. I am also a United States veteran who served my country for over 20 years. In 2005, I ended up homeless, along with 40,000 other people in Los Angeles. We now have experienced a housing and homeless crisis that has lasted over 30 years. Enough is enough! After 27,000 arrests just for being poor, come on now. It is time for house keys, not handcuffs.
I bring you greetings from poor and homeless families across the entire United States of America. There's a new generation of homeless people that are joining our ranks, and those families are the families that are facing foreclosure. Those that believed in the American dream, that held their homes for 20 to 50 years, who are now losing those homes. Families are tired of losing something they've worked their entire lives for. We're going back to what we understand is important, and that's taking care of our families. After being in this movement for some 20-some years and attending a little baby's funeral, a little baby that was homeless, that froze to death in Philadelphia, I will be a changed woman forever. For living in a rich country, we can no longer wait for policy changes. We have a responsibility that has been passed down to us from brothers and sisters that have fought for the rights that we have. And we have a responsibility to change this country and not just wait for it to change in the halls of Congress. We have to begin to save each other, to get organized. Join us on this march. We will be marching with you tomorrow, and we intend to organize to take back the basic necessities of life. Join us.
I don't know. I just don't know. Where I'm gonna go on the street.